A man stands in the distance just beyond the ranch gate. His face is shadowed, but the way he moves, the way he stands, it feels familiar. Amy freezes. Her breath catches. No, it can't be. Ty? After all these years? But she saw him die. She buried him. Or did she? The story of Ty Borden is one that has lived in the hearts of Heartland fans for years. His journey from a troubled teen to a loving husband and father was one of the most powerful parts of the show. Ty wasn't just a character. He was the heart of Heartland. And when he died, it felt like a part of the show died too. Let's go back. In season 13, everything changed. Ty and Amy were out helping some wild horses when something terrible happened. A man with a gun, someone no one saw coming, pulled the trigger. Ty was shot. At first, it seemed like he would survive. He went to the hospital. He got treatment. He came home. We thought he was okay. But Ty wasn't okay. He had a blood clot. A silent danger. And in the opening episode of season 14, in a moment, that shattered viewers, Ty collapsed in the snow. Just like that, he was gone. Amy's scream echoed through the quiet ranch. It was one of the most emotional scenes in the history of Heartland. The next few episodes were filled with grief. Amy struggled to keep going. She had to raise their daughter Lindy alone. She tried to be strong for her family, but we saw the pain behind her eyes, the silence at night, the empty side of the bed, the quiet dinners, the tears she hid from everyone. The Heartland Ranch itself felt different too. Even the horses seemed to sense something was missing. Jack tried to be the rock, like he always was, but even he couldn't hide his heartbreak. Lou stepped up to help Amy and take care of things, but everyone knew. The glue that held them all together was gone. Fans around the world were in shock. Some were angry. Others were simply heartbroken. Social media exploded with reactions. People begged the Aber Eyes writers to bring Ty back. But for a long time, it seemed final. Ty was gone, and Amy had to find a way to move forward. She threw herself into her work. She tried to keep Ty's memory alive for Lindy. She helped more horses, rebuilt broken lives, and slowly, step by step, started to heal. But it was never the same. And deep down, it felt like Amy never truly let go. Because how could she? They were supposed to grow old together. They had dreams, a future, a life. And then, it was just over. Or was it? As season 19 begins, something changes. Something impossible. A face, a figure, a feeling Amy can't explain. It shakes her to the core. The grief she buried, the peace she forced herself to find, it all comes rushing back. Could the past be returning? Is Ty really gone? Or is there something the family never knew? It starts with a whisper. Not from a person, but from the land. The kind of whisper that rolls across the fields of Heartland in the early morning, when the mist hasn't yet lifted and the horses are still calm. The kind of whisper that makes Amy stop what she's doing and look up, even if she's not sure why. That's how season 19 begins. The air feels different. Heavy, charged, like a storm is coming, but no clouds in sight. Amy is out by the paddock. It's a normal day, or at least, it should be. Lindy's at school. Jack's repairing a fence. There's nothing unusual except something's pulling at her, like a memory that hasn't happened yet. She looks up toward the tree line. A figure stands there, still, watching. Her breath catches. It's not the face she sees. She can't see that far. It's the way the person stands, shoulders slightly back, left foot turned just so, one hand resting on a hip like they've been here before. Not just here, but home. Amy drops the grooming brush in her hand. For a moment, it's as if the world holds its breath. That's how subtle the moment is. And yet, it hits harder than a thunderclap. Could it be Ty? No, that's impossible. Her heart says yes, but her mind screams no. She saw him buried. She cried at his grave. She felt the cold emptiness of that goodbye. She knows he's gone, but there he is. or someone who looks like him, she walks slowly toward the gate. The figure doesn't move. Her steps are hesitant, as if afraid the moment will disappear, as if even blinking too fast might wake her from a dream. By the time she gets there, the figure is gone. Gone. Just like that. Amy stares out at the horizon. The horses behind her snort nervously. They feel it too, that something's not right. Or maybe something is about to be right again. She doesn't say anything to Jack that evening, or to Lou. What would she even say? I saw Ty. They'd think she's losing her grip, relapsing into grief. But she's not. She knows what she saw, or what she felt. And then it happens again, the next day. A shadow on the hill. A man riding a horse she doesn't recognize, but with a riding style she knows by heart. The same posture, the same turn of the wrist when he reins in. The same stillness Ty always carried, like he was always listening to the earth. But when she runs to follow, the rider is gone, vanished into the trees. Amy begins to question everything. Has she finally cracked? Is her mind playing tricks because she never truly let go? Or has someone kept a secret from her? And if it's not Ty, then who is this person who looks and rides and feels exactly like him? As the days pass, the strange sightings continue. Always at a distance, always just out of reach. Her dreams start to shift. Ty appears in them again, not as a memory, but like he's trying to speak. But when she wakes, she can't remember the words. One morning, she finds a note tucked under the saddle of one of the horses. The handwriting is familiar. 3 words. I never left. She stares at the paper for minutes, not moving. This is no longer grief. It's not denial. It's something else. Amy knows one thing for sure. The past isn't done with her. Not yet. Season 19 isn't about forgetting Ty Borden. It's about uncovering the truth. And the truth is coming for Heartland, whether they're ready for it or not. It wasn't a dream. It wasn't a trick of the light, or the kind of shadow that comes from wanting something too badly. No. This time, Amy saw him up close. It all happened on a quiet evening, the kind of evening where the wind moves slow and the sky bleeds orange behind the barn. Jack was inside finishing dinner. Lou was still at the office. Amy had gone out to feed the horses one last time before nightfall. Just a normal chore. She didn't expect to meet a ghost. She stepped into the barn. The air was warm, smelled of hay and saddle oil. She reached for a bale, and then stopped. Someone was already there. A man stood near Spartan's stall. He wasn't facing her, just standing still, gently stroking the horse's mane. Spartan was calm, too calm. Like he knew the man. Like it was someone he trusted. Amy's body locked in place. The man turned. Her heart dropped to her feet. Same face, same eyes, same soft, steady look. Not just similar. It was him. It was Ty. For a second, nothing existed. No sound, no air. Just the sound of her own heartbeat, crashing like thunder in her ears. He didn't speak. Neither did she. They just stood there, staring. Years of silence, grief, and questions filling the space between them like wildfire. Then, he whispered. Amy. Her name, in his voice. It broke her. Her knees gave out before she could stop them. She sank to the floor, hands shaking, eyes wide with disbelief. She wasn't ready for this. She had wanted it, prayed for it, but not like this. Not so suddenly, so raw, she whispered back. How? Ty stepped forward slowly, like he was afraid she might vanish if he moved too fast. But then the barn door swung open. It was Jack, and in that split second, Ty was gone. Vanished. Again, Amy scrambled to her feet, ran outside, looked everywhere, but there was no one, no sound. Not even hoofprints in the dirt. Jack asked what was wrong. She couldn't answer. She couldn't even cry. That night, she sat on the porch, holding Lindy's favorite blanket in her hands. The stars were bright overhead, the ranch quiet. But inside, Amy was burning with questions. What if that moment was real? It felt real. It wasn't just the way he looked. It was deeper than that. Her body had known it was him. The way your heart knows when someone you love is near, even if you can't see them, and that voice, it couldn't be faked. The next morning, she went back to the barn. Spartan was standing still, facing the stall door, waiting. Not for Amy, for someone else. There, under the straw by the wall, she found something. A leather bracelet, old, worn. One she had made for Ty years ago, when they were young and stupid and in love. He used to wear it every day. He was buried. With it. So how was it here? Amy's world began to spin. This wasn't just about grief anymore. This was real. She wasn't the only one starting to believe it. Jack noticed the change in her. Lou found her crying in the tack room, but Amy couldn't speak the truth, not yet, because even saying it out loud felt dangerous, like naming a miracle too soon might make it vanish. But one thing was clear. Borden had come back, and Amy Fleming was no longer standing at the edge of grief. She was standing at the edge of a storm. What had happened in the time since he disappeared? Why did he leave? Where had he been all this time? And the most haunting question of all, why was he hiding from her? A man doesn't just die and come back. Not without a story. And now, Amy's story, Heartland's story, is no longer about loss. It's about mystery. And that mystery has split the ranch in two. What happened to Ty Borden? That's the question burning through every conversation, every glance, every sleepless night. Amy knows what she saw, what she felt, but when she tells Lou, she's met with hesitation. When she tells Jack, he goes quiet. Not doubtful, just too quiet. Like he knows something. That's where the theories begin, and they're not just wild guesses. Each one holds a sliver of truth that Amy can't ignore. Theory number 1, the hidden survival. The first and most hopeful theory is simple. Ty didn't die, at least not completely. Maybe there was a mistake, a misdiagnosis. Maybe when he collapsed, he didn't die. Not right away. Maybe someone intervened, a witness no one knew about, someone who took him somewhere remote. A private facility, a government program, a survival clinic for extreme trauma, something underground. It sounds impossible, but this is Heartland. We've seen people heal horses with nothing but trust. We've seen families broken and rebuilt. Is it really so far-fetched that someone stepped in at the last moment? Maybe he was in a coma. Maybe he woke up with no memory. Maybe he's only now finding his way back. That would explain the silence, the distance, the note. I never left. Was that his way of saying he's been trying to get back all along? Theory number 2. Witness protection or cover-up. But what if it wasn't medical at all? What if Ty saw something he wasn't supposed to? Something connected to the man who shot him? A bigger danger than anyone realized? Some fans believe Ty was forced into hiding. A federal witness, maybe, involved in something deeper. It would explain why no one could find him. Why even Amy, his wife, was left in the dark. Maybe he agreed to disappear to protect his family, to keep Amy and Lindy safe. If that's true, it means he never wanted to leave. It means every year Amy spent grieving, Ty was out there, hurting just as badly, but trapped in silence. That kind of truth would destroy her, or set her free. Theory number 3, a twin or double. This is the theory that haunts Amy the most. What if it's not Ty? What if it's someone who just looks like him? A twin, unknown, hidden, separated at birth. Or maybe a cousin, a family secret Jack or Marion kept buried for years. Or worse, a con man. Someone using Ty's memory to manipulate Amy. But there's a problem with that. Amy knows Ty. Not just how he looks. She knows how he smells after working in the sun. How he laughs through his nose when something catches him off guard. She knows his scars, his silences. His soul. That man in the barn, it was him. She felt it in her blood, and yet, she can't prove it. Not yet. Theory, Suffer 4, the supernatural twist. Some fans are going further. Could Ty be a spirit? A ghost? A presence that's crossed the line between life and death? Heartland has always stayed grounded, but emotions move in strange ways. Grief blurs reality. Love rewrites the rules. Maybe what Amy is seeing is Ty's spirit trying to help her, to warn her, to reach her one last time. But if that were true, why now? Why return after so long? Unless something's about to happen, something Amy needs to be ready for. Amy's search begins. No matter the truth, Amy can't let it go. She begins digging, looking through old files, Ty's journal, autopsy reports, police documents. She rides out to the place where he collapsed, again and again, trying to feel something she missed, and that's when she finds it. A footprint in the dirt, fresh and familiar. A handprint on a fence post. A name scratched into the bark of an old tree. T. Borden. It's all real. The past didn't stay buried, and whatever brought Ty Borden back to the edge of Amy's life, it's only just beginning.